Hello and happy Labor Day. It's September the 2nd. Welcome to 30 at 6 and Cecil TV. I'm Rob Churnside, and yes, I labored all weekend putting a new roof on my shed, just before the rain came. Speaking of rain, they're getting a lot down there in the Bahamas. Hurricane Dorian has hit the Bahamas with 120 mile per hour winds, 20-foot storm surge, and a run wave to the airport under 6 feet of water. People are moving to second floor, attic, roof. So I want to ask you, Cecil County and the world, are you ready for the next hurricane? Because we get them up here. Anyway, on a better note, there's all kinds of good stuff happening in September. It doesn't stop with the end of the summer. Upcoming First Friday activities, our guest tonight will tell us about that. We have a show at Milburn Stone Theater called Hollow Artifacts, which starts September 4th. The Funny Farm has a show the 13th and 14th with our own Mike Collins. And Fall Fest is in Elkton the 20th and 21st. But now let's have our monthly arts preview with Patti Paulus from Palette and the Page.
Hey, Rob. Good to
Welcome
see
to
you.
36.
Thank you very much.
It's great to have you.
Thank you.
And we dodged the hurricane bullet so far.
So far. Even, I guess, north of us, they had a lot of rain today, too. So we're doing good.
Good. So what's going on in Elkton and the county as far as the arts go?
So Elkton, as many people know, is an arts and entertainment district. And so for First Friday, there is a lot going on. So we'll start off with my gallery, the Palette and the Page. We have Irene Aspel, who actually volunteers at Priapi Gardens, and she paints in oils and also does some monoprints and linoprints, and it's all based on plants and fish and things like that.
Nice.
And with her, we have Liz Steele Coates, who is a jewelry designer, silversmith, and she uses a lot of nice cabochons, which are beautiful stones like larimar and labradorite and all these different stones, and silver. And so it'll be the two of them, and then we'll have music by M. McKeever and 2 book signings. Jael Jacola, who's a new author with us, she has 2 books, and the second one just came out in September. And then we also have John Miklos, and he writes for young readers. So that's at the Palette and the Page.
That's great.
Okay, and then at the Cecil College Elkton Station Gallery, I am showing there with Lauren Vanny, who's a fine arts professor in ceramics. And this is our second showing of Look to See, and it's ceramic forms with calligraphic incising or decals on them.
Now, Look to See, there's some depth there. Explain that to us.
So what our whole premise was, we wanted to convey thoughts on the environment and global warming and climate change. It started out, we focused on nature, and this has been 2 years in the making. So we've been working together for 2 years. And then everything started happening with climate change, global warming, focus on that. And so we changed our focus just from nature and then went into different things about climate change. So there's a lot of spirals involved. Hurricanes.
Right.
And we actually have 3 tiles that talk just about hurricanes. And then there's some very large installation pieces. There's pieces, when we showed it in March at the gallery, we could nail into the wall. We cannot do that at Elkton Station, so we have new and different work in conjunction with work we had already shown. So yeah.
And that's coming up when?
First Friday.
First Friday,
September
6th, right?
Yeah. Yes. In addition to that, at the Arts Council, they have an opening too. It's called Cecil County Faces and Places, and an open show, not so private. And the interesting thing about Faces and Places is they're going to have hundreds of 5x7 matted black and white photographs that have been taken by amateurs and professionals all over the county, and you can purchase them, and the proceeds go to survivors of addiction, help them re-enter the workforce. So that's kind of a really cool thing to go check it out, and then maybe there'll be something there that you want to buy, and you can help support recovering addicts.
And this is Recovery Month.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then they have the open show. So the big thing in Elkton, they're trying to create themes for First Friday. And so this one is called Artitude. And there is something going on all over the place. So there's live music with Unofficial Plan B at Elkton, the Elkton Alliance, which you've played there before, right?
Sure, it's on the corner.
Yeah, right on the corner. Right out in front of that on North Street, they're going to have a paint and sip party with Kenneth Square Designs. And I think it's open carry, I think, for beer, so you can go get your beer. If it rains, it'll be in the Alliance. There'll be dance demonstrations by Bobby Ann. Sport Cafe is going to have demonstrations with cookie and cake decorating. Elkton Florist is making floral crowns. Brook Bend is going to be doing a demonstration on chalk paint. Millstone Jewelers is going to be offering jewelry making. Art Space on Main will demonstrate pottery wheel, throwing on a pottery wheel. And we have our opening at the Pout and the Page. And really cool, finally, and I know Lee Lewis is happy about this, Showcase on Main is going to have an open house on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday they have their, they have a show, songs. I want to make sure I get this right.
That's a new theater, right?
Yes, yes. Let's see, what is it? Oh, Songs for a New World. And also on Friday, there's going to be characters from So Classy Princess parties walking around town dressed up as Disney princesses.
Wow.
So you want to bring your family and your kids who love princesses.
Oh, there's
or
three,
adults.
I have two in my family.
Yeah. So,
three, actually.
So that's a really, really cool thing. And that's it for the things happening on First Friday, but you need to know that at all the galleries, it's open through the end of the month. You can go see all the shows. If you can't make it on Friday, go see the work. It's about enjoying art.
Yes, yes. And that cake that Spork is going to decorate, you probably have your cake and eat it too, right?
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't talk to them about that, but they're going to be.
They got to do something with that cake. It can't just sit there and be an exhibit.
Maybe. I guess. We can hope for that, right?
Sounds like a real plan, Patty.
Yeah. We're
so
excited.
This is monthly arts preview. We like this. That means maybe we'll have you come back again.
That'd be great.
And give us another monthly arts preview. One thing I wanted to mention, I think, you did mention Fall Fest, right?
You mentioned Fall
Fest.
Yeah,
let's talk about Fall Fest a little bit.
So Friday night they'll have the car show, and it's a big one, and it's super fun, and there'll be live music, and then on Saturday, there's all different kinds of vendors. We're going to be part of that. We're going to feature 4 authors signing their books, which is all local authors, really cool. And then there's all different vendors, there's activities all day long. I'm not sure what things are going on. They have had the Pretty Baby contest in the past.
I think they're going to do it
They
again.
do that? And are they doing the
Voice?
The Voice of Elkton.
They're going to do that again?
Yeah.
Too.
So, and then there'll be music playing all over. And hopefully we'll get it to be as big this year that it stretches all the way down from North Street all the way up to the Arts Council with vendors and activities.
10 years for Pal and the Page in November.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You've
Thank
seen
you.
a lot of good changes in the last 10 years.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Well,
very proud to be a part of it.
Yes.
Oh, thanks. We're excited.
So, lots going on, folks. Get involved, check it out, and go to the Pal and Page and see Patty.
Okay.
Thank you, Patty.
Thank you.
Lindsay Berman, Devas, 128 South Street Drive. In industrial park, what kind of jobs are being created? Because if you look at Amazon, that's like $15 an hour. They'll never be able to afford the housing that you're building. Create professional jobs that the people can actually afford to buy these houses that are $300,000.
With no basements.
I can share with you that that the one potential tenant that I met with personally, they had used a number of $48,000 per employee per year as their average.
That doesn't afford $300,000.
We are also building apartments.
Those wetlands serve a very valuable function right there. Stormwater management. Been talked about all along. You see Meadow Park? Meadow Park used to be not like it is today, but it was filled in and now it's flooded. So when you sit there and you fill all those wetlands or some of those wetlands, that water has to go somewhere, especially if you're going to put large industrial, distribution centers, parking areas, impervious surface, houses, concrete, things like that. The water's gonna have to go somewhere. If you look at the topo maps, the topographic maps, you look at the flood zone, look at everything, all that water now, there's a little creek that runs off Frenchtown. It goes down to a neighborhood just south of Frenchtown that's in the flood zone. All that water is going to go there. And all those houses down there are going to now be subject to flooding because you're not going to be able to manage that water with the 2012 regulations. And I say this because this is what I do for a living. I'm an engineer in Maryland, so I know this. I mean, I'm a little concerned that you're coming up with even conceptual plans when you haven't checked some key boxes like traffic everyone's talked about, like schools, like the financials of this, the cost for this infrastructure, the cost to build this up from the town and county, and the tax revenue you're gonna get. Is that gonna go away because you gotta use all that for this? So there's just a lot of key questions I think it would benefit a lot of people here if we had some answers on so that you had an understanding what's going in place isn't gonna flood homes, isn't gonna cause more accidents.
Yes, sir.
What you'd explain to this group on a variable, this is a concept. And when you said the other area, 150 houses, you're going to sign off to a huge construction outfit or home builder to start building. I'm sure there's going to be clauses in his contract. If things start to go south, those houses don't sell, you're going to be looking at row houses, townhouses, and apartments. Are you going to put clauses in that contract? If you say 150, single family, you don't mean 500 row houses with parking right out front, boats backed up in there, and who's going to come to Elkton and pay this kind of money?
Well, actually, the town is enacting in their ordinance restrictions to protect just that.
There may not be a trucking company based there like Estes is, but there will be enough truck traffic through there that it's just like having one there. The trucks have got to come and go. That's the only way they can survive. That's going to impact everybody here. Me being one for sure. And anybody else that backs up to that pink stuff, you're going to get it. As far as your noise barrier goes, I can, where I live, hear when the trash truck comes around at 3 o'clock in the morning. All through Elkton, all through the shopping center across Route 40. So I don't know what kind of noise barrier you're going to put up, but that close to my house is going to have to be a real good one, and anybody else that backs up to that.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Elizabeth Allen, 25 Elizabeth Street, Elkton. We came here with the aspect of the quiet where we live. And what I'm being told, and pretty much just described to me, is that it's all going to be in our backyard, more or less. The main question is tonight, you've answered questions, you've had questions thrown at you any which way, but it sounds to me, and what my husband describes as to me, that even though we're getting all these questions and answers, it is already a done deal. Is that a true statement?
No, this is part of the process. I'm here to introduce myself, to solicit your comments and questions, no matter if they're good or bad.
Right,
To listen to.
right. But
So-
isn't this already bought? That's the
No, it's
question.
not bought.
It's not
The
bought.
man introduced me as a contract purchaser, so it's not bought, no ma'am.
So it can be no, once everybody gets together and answers, no, we don't want this? Is that a good fact?
I mean, I'm gonna listen to what your input is. And then I need to make business decisions, obviously.
Right.
Things that work, things that don't work. You know, I gotta look at the project as a whole. So, you know, this is a concept. Can something change? Sure, something can change. This is what I'm proposing at this point. Nothing is set in stone until the process continues to go on.
The other thing is who gets the deciding factor of whether this gets set in stone, whether it gets approved? Is the residents gonna have a vote in that? Or is that something that your council and the mayor and all
And
that is
Mayor,
gonna decide?
can that go on a ballot and we vote on it the next election?
Well, listen,
I think you're gonna have the county against you.
absolutely. Without question, they are. But I want to stress, this is a very, I actually give Mr. Jackson a lot of credit for coming here with a concept in front of everyone so they can give their input. And once again, I want to stress to everyone, this is currently zoned high-density residential R3. Was a concept in 2007, 2008 to put 2,500 homes, townhouses, row houses, as they were said. That's still on the books. So what I want to get at here, do you want to move forward with a project like that, or do you want to move forward with something else that we can all have some input in?
Is it gonna be voted by the people?
To answer your question, this will have to be brought in front of our planning board, the town planning board, which is residents of the town who live in our town. And listen, I don't mean that the wrong way, because you're right on the outskirts. Most of the folks that have spoke tonight are not in the town of Elkton. You're on the outskirts of the town. And that's a shame for you. I really feel for you here.
No, we're right there. We're right there. Right there, we're right there.
What was your address?
Are going to be affected by this. I said, yeah, are the residents of the town of Elkton going to be in on this voting?
The residents of the town of Elkton absolutely have a say in this project, without question.
And we are in the town.
And now, Cecil County and the world. What a treat we have tonight. Usually, you don't see her, but welcome to this side of the camera, Hannah Rodenbaugh. Welcome to the big league. You're here at last. This is your moment of fame on television.
Yeah, I've never sat in this seat before. It's a good
Isn't
feeling.
it comfy?
Yeah.
So what are you going to talk to us about, Hannah?
I want to talk about the Cecil College student-run newspaper, the Seahawk Squawk. We are looking for Cecil College students to be on our staff.
Cecil County and the world. Hannah is the editor-in-chief of the Cecil. Say it again.
Squawk.
Cecil
Seahawk
Squawk.
Squawk. Yep.
That's kind of a tongue twister.
A little bit, yeah.
So tell us about this Squawk.
So it's completely student-run. The Cecil College administration is not involved in the publication. It is open to any enrolled student at the college. There's no part-time or full-time requirement. You just have to be enrolled. And there's no, it's open to all students. So you could be a journalism major, or you could be a math major, or you could be any other program of study. So there's no experience required or anything.
So you're looking for people to work on the Squawk, and it's online, right? It's not a physical paper.
Yes. So it's currently online. I'd like to get a print version going sometime in the next academic school year, but as of right now, it's purely online.
So, reporters, photographers, people to maybe editorialize.
Yeah, we're looking for everything that goes into making a newspaper. So reporters and photographers might be the first ones to come to mind, but we're also looking for graphic designers to help us make logos and advertisements. We're looking for social media managers to help us advertise and get the word out. And if people just want to show up and try a few things and see what suits their fancy, then they are more than welcome to do so.
And it's a great time. School's starting. It's a great time for people to get involved in this.
Any new students maybe that are looking to meet some people, get involved in the school, see what's out there. It's a great.
Awesome. How would one contact you as editor-in-chief or somebody on the staff to get involved in the Squawk?
So the Squawk has an email. It is Cecil Squawk, SQUAWK, @gmail.com. And then we also have all of the social media. So you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Cecil Squawk. And then our website is SeahawkSquawk.com.
There you have it. Did we miss anything, Hannah?
No, I don't think we did.
One question I have, how often does it come out?
It comes out typically every Friday.
Wow.
So, and I actually do want to mention that students who participate actually do qualify for internship hours. So if anyone in the communications or journalism world is looking for some internship hours, they can register with the career office and get some hours. Pretty easy ones too.
Yeah, that's something to squawk about.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for talking about the squawk.
Thanks for having me, Rob.
Oh, you're welcome. Good to see you on this side of the camera. Let's see more of that.